A building which sat idle for years will soon get a new life and provide an economic boost for a neighborhood.
First Alert 6 John Chapman gives us a look at the plans for the South Omaha Global Market.
For more than 100 years, South Omaha's stockyards, packing houses, and railroads attracted immigrant groups from across the world to Omaha.
We've had immigrant groups from German backgrounds, Italian backgrounds, the Czechs, the Bohemians, the Greeks. So many groups have come through South Omaha to pursue their dream.
Over the last few decades, Latino immigrants made their way to South Omaha and now celebrate the continued growth of the area. Now, the plan is to turn this building on 24th and Q that has sat idle for years into the South Omaha Global Market. The market will feature more than a dozen business units that will feature food and shops from across the globe. The diverse complex will be more than a marketplace. It will be a place where all can gather to celebrate South Omaha's diversity. The $16 million project is funded through a public-private partnership that includes close to $6 million from the North-South Omaha Recovery Grant.
It's historical. Never in life in South Omaha, the leaders of the community had the opportunity to receive a grant to invest in the community.
This historic investment will help grow small business and create 50 jobs.
Our immigrant communities have a very entrepreneurial spirit. They love starting small businesses, from restaurants, construction contractors, merchants, etc. So this is kind of a continuation of that entrepreneurial spirit.
Community leaders tell us this celebration of South Omaha's economic growth is evidence of how immigrants continue to contribute to the betterment of the city, despite having to deal with fear and intimidation from forces beyond the community's borders.
That's what's so nice about having an event like this today in the midst of what's going on in the community, of the backlash that we are enduring in this state. It is extremely disappointing to me that we are going to have a detention facility in the state of Nebraska. I'm not proud of that at all. And it's nice to reflect on the positive that immigrants bring instead of having them detained like we are in our state.
Nebraska State Senator Margot Suarez says this redevelopment project is a continuation of South Omaha history.
The progress that we desire to continue to make in South Omaha, how important it is that we contribute to not only the success of our city, but to our state.
Near 24th and Q in South Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
The South Omaha Global Market project should finish up in 2027. Tonight, officials